I'm Alexa Ramirez, and the ring has always been my confessional. Under the scorching lights of the Miami gym, the smell of sweat and old leather fills my nostrils. My fists, wrapped in white bandages, tremble as I tie my gloves. It had been 3 years since my last fight, since the day I swore never to return. But here I was, at 28, feeling the weight of the past like an invisible current. Like the video, and tell us which state you're watching from. Are you sure, Alexa? The hoarse voice of Manny, my coach, cuts through the air. He's standing next to me, deep wrinkles marking his tanned face, his brown eyes full of worry. You don't have to do that. He holds my shoulder, and I feel the warmth of his hand through the tank top. Manny has known me since I was 15 years old, when I first entered this gym, a frightened girl running away from home. I do, Manny, I reply, my voice steady but with a tremor I can't hide. I look at the empty ring in front of us, the ropes worn out and the floor stained with sweat. If I don't fight now, I'll spend the rest of my life on the run. He sighs, shaking his head, but doesn't insist. You know my decision is made. Outside, Miami's nightlife pulsates with neon and Latin music, but inside, the world is just the ring. I grab the mouthguard, the cold plastic against my fingers, and put it in my mouth. The bitter taste reminds me of the last time I fought, and what happened after. My heart races, not from excitement, but from a fear that I don't confess to anyone. As I walk over to the sandbag, I feel the stares of the other fighters. It's her, I hear a whisper. The girl who gave up. I ignore it, but every word is a punch in the chest. I raise my fists, take a deep breath, and tap. The impact vibrates through my arms, and for a moment, the fear recedes. I'm Alexa Ramirez, and I'm back. The gym is almost empty now, just the echo of my punches and Manny's heavy breathing in the background. As I pound the bag, flashes of the past invade my mind. I was 17, my face swollen, my arm bleeding, running through the dark streets of Little Havana. My father, with his leather belt, shouted after me. You're nothing, Alexa. The words still echo, louder than the sound of the gloves against the leather. Focus, Alexa. Manny screams, bringing me back. He has his arms crossed, his sweaty polo shirt clinging to his chest. You're fighting with ghosts, not with the bag. He approaches, holding the bag for me. Who's the real enemy here? His question is a low blow, and I stop, panting, staring at the floor. La Tigresa, I lie, knowing he doesn't believe it. La Tigresa, the undefeated champion, is my opponent in the ring, but she is not the one who keeps me awake at night. It's the fear, the same one that made me quit boxing after that disastrous fight when I broke my arm and soul. You've faced worse, Manny says, almost whispering. And it survived. I sit on the bench, my legs shaking. I grab a bottle of water, the cold liquid soothing my dry throat. I look at my right arm, where the scars still trace pale lines on the brown skin. It's not just cut marks, it's reminders of nights when I thought I wouldn't wake up. I'm not that girl anymore, I say, more to myself. Manny sits next to me, the smell of his old perfume mixed with sweat. Then prove it, he challenges, his eyes shining with a faith I don't have. Show yourself who you are. I look up, and for the first time in years I feel a spark of hope. Maybe I can win, not only La Tigresa but what lives inside me. The news of my return spread like wildfire in Miami. At the street market, while I am buying mangoes, a lady stops me. You're Alexa Ramirez, right? The boxer? Her smile is warm, but I feel the weight of expectation. I'll cheer you on against the Tigress. She squeezes my arm, and I force a smile, heart tightening. In the gym, the workouts get heavier. Manny pits me against stronger sparring partners, and every punch I take is a test. Raise your guard, Alexa, he shouts as I face Javier, a skinny but lightning-fast boy. It hits my face, and the impact makes my teeth grind. I fall to my knees, the mouthguard flying. Again? Manny orders relentlessly. You're angry, but you're not focused, Javier says, helping me up. His eyes are kind, but his words cut through. La Tigresa will swallow you if you don't control yourself. He's right, and it infuriates me. Every blow I take now is stronger, but also more sloppy. I'm fighting against myself, not against him. At night, in my small apartment, the ceiling fan creaks as I stare at the ceiling. I think of La Tigresa, Camila Ortiz, the woman who never lost. I see his videos on his cell phone, his confidence, his precise blows. She is everything I am not, fearless, untouchable. You're weak, Alexa, my dad's voice echoes in my head, and I clench my fists until my fingernails dig into my palm. Before going to sleep, I pick up an old photo of me and my mother, taken before everything fell apart. She taught me how to fight, even if it was with words. You're stronger than you think, she said. I put the photo away and close my eyes, promising myself that I won't let her down. Not this time. The day of the weigh-in arrives and the gym is packed. The air smells of electricity with cameras flashing and reporters shouting questions. I'm on stage in a top and shorts, feeling the cold of the metal of the scales under my feet. On the other side, La Tigresa stares at me. Your eyes are like blades and your smile is a challenge. Ready to fall again, Ramirez? She teases, her deep voice echoing into the microphone. You talk a lot, Camila, I retort, my voice coming out firmer than I expected. The crowd murmurs and I feel the weight of every look. My heart beats so hard it feels like it's going to explode, but I keep my chin up. She laughs, throwing her black hair back, and comes down from the stage with a shake that makes the audience roar. Manny pulls me into the corner. Don't let her get into your head, he warns, holding my face with both hands. That's her game. But it is too late. Camila's words open a crack in my chest, and the fear I was trying to ignore begins to leak out. I can do it, Manny, I say, but my voice falters. Backstage, while drinking water, a reporter approaches. Alexa, why go back now? After what happened? He doesn't finish, but I know what he means. The fight that broke me, literally. Because I don't finish what I start, I reply, looking straight into the camera. It's a half-truth, but I have to believe it. When I leave, I see Camila laughing with her team and something inside me burns. It's not just about winning in the ring. It's about proving that I'm not what my dad said, what Camila thinks, what Miami expects. The fight is tomorrow and fear is here, but now it has company, anger. The night before the fight is a silent hell. I'm sitting on the balcony of my apartment, the warm Miami air sticking to my skin. The sound of the waves in the distance doesn't calm the whirlwind in my head. I think of my mother, how she taught me to tie my gloves patiently. The ring is where you find who you are, she would say. But who am I now? I try to sleep, but the nightmares come. I dream of my father, of the belt, of the blood. I wake up sweating, my heart racing. I get up and pick up my old journal where I wrote after each fight. The last pages are blank since that night. I take a pen and write, I'm not going to fall tomorrow. No matter what. On my cell phone, I receive a message from Manny, you're stronger than her. Believe me. I smile, but the weight on my chest doesn't go away. I think of La Tigresa, how invincible she seems. But then I remember what Manny said, no one is invincible. Everyone has a weakness. What's up with hers? And what is mine? I put on my sweatshirt and go for a run. The streets of Miami are quiet, just the sound of my sneakers against the asphalt. I run to the pier where the sea reflects the lights of the city. I stop, panting, and look at the horizon. I am enough, I whisper to the stars. For the first time, I feel like I can believe that. I return home with dawn breaking. The day of the fight has come. As I tie the bandages, I feel an eerie calm. It is not the absence of fear, but something new, determination. The ring awaits me and I'm ready to face it, and myself. The gym is alive, a roaring monster with thousands of voices. The lights shine like spotlights in a movie, and the smell of beer and cheap perfume fills the air. I'm backstage, hands shaking as Manny smears Vaseline on my face. You're ready, girl, he says, but his eyes search mine, looking for certainty. I sign, swallowing the lump in my throat. The crowd screams as I enter the ring, the sound enveloping me like a wave. My red robe sways as I climb the ropes, the mouthguard already in my mouth. On the other side, La Tigresa enters, her black robe shining under the lights. She stares at me and her gaze is pure poison. Last chance to run, Ramirez, she says loud enough for me to hear. The judge calls us to the center. No low blows, girls, he warns, but Camila smiles as if she has already won. You're going to regret coming back, she whispers. My response is a cold stare, but inside my stomach turns. The bell rings and the world shrinks until it's just me and her. The first round is brutal. Camila is fast, her punches cut through the air like knives. A jab hits my chin and the impact makes my vision tremble. Raise your guard. Manny screams from the corner. I move, dodging, but she's relentless. Every blow I take seems weak against her, but I don't give up. I can't. At halftime, Manny throws water on my face. You're letting her scare you, he says, holding my chin. Remember who you are. I take a deep breath, feeling the burning in my muscles. I look out over the crowd and see a banner. Go for it, Alexa. My heart races. They believe me. Now I need to believe. The bell rings again and Camila comes with everything. Your punches are a storm and I feel like a boat adrift. An uppercut hits my stomach and the air escapes from my lungs. I fall against the ropes, the roar of the crowd echoing in my ears. Finish her, Tigress, someone shouts and the sound cuts like a blade. You're weak, Camila whispers as I get to grips with the ropes, trying to catch my breath. His words echo my father's and something inside me crackles. I stand up, my fists clenched, and land a right hand in her face. The crowd explodes, and for the first time I feel control. My punch isn't just for her, it's for him, for the past, for fear. Manny is in the corner yelling, "Yes, Alexa. Show her." My arms are heavy, but anger gives me strength. Camila retreats, surprised, and I advance, hitting a hook that makes her mouthguard fly. The bell rings, ending the round, but her gaze is no longer so confident. Something has changed. Backstage, Manny hugs me. "You're in the game, girl," he says, his voice full of pride. I drink water, tasting blood in my mouth. My cheek is swollen and every breath hurts, but I'm alive. More than that, I'm fighting. I look at the ring, and for the first time he doesn't look like a monster. As I prepare for the next round, I think about my mother. She would be here, screaming louder than everyone. "You're a Ramirez," she would say. "Nobody knocks you down." I close my eyes, feeling his strength in me. The fear is still here, but now it's just a whisper. I'm taller. The third round begins, and the gym is a cauldron of screams and lights. Camila is more cautious now, her moves less arrogant. I see an opening, she lets her guard down for a second, and I attack. My punch hits her chin and she staggers. The crowd roars and my blood boils. "That's it, Alexa," Manny screams. But Camila is not a champion for nothing. She counterattacks, a hook that grazes my face. I feel the burning, but I don't back down. Every blow I give is a liberation. I'm fighting against her, against my father, against the scared girl I was. "You're nothing," his voice echoes, but I shut her up with another punch. The round ends and I'm exhausted but alive. Manny pulls me into the corner, wiping the blood from my nose. "You're scaring her," he says, smiling. "Keep it up." I drink water, feeling the weight of the crowd's looks. They are no longer doubting me. They believe. Backstage, I see a little boy with a t-shirt that says, "Team Alexa." He waves and I smile, my heart warm. Miami is with me. My mother is with me. And for the first time, I am with myself. The next round isn't just a fight, it's my redemption. As I walk back to the ring, I feel the ground vibrate with the screams of the crowd. The fear is still there, but now it's an old friend. I know who I am. And I'm going to show that to everyone. The fourth round is a test of endurance. My arms feel like lead and every breath is a battle. Camila is tired too, but her eyes still shine with malice. "Do you think you can do it with me?" she teases as we circle around. I respond with a quick jab, which she narrowly dodges. "You'll see," I say, my voice hoarse. The crowd is on its feet, shouting my name. "Alexa, Alexa." Sound is like gasoline on my fire. I hit Camila in the chest and she grunts, surprised. But she fights back, a punch that catches my shoulder, throwing me back. The impact is a reminder, she won't give up easily. Manny is in the corner, clapping his hands. "You're faster, Alexa. Use it." He is right. Camila is strong, but I'm agile. Dodge another blow and land a hook on her flank. The bell rings and we're both panting, staring at each other with grudging respect. Behind the scenes, a reporter approaches me. "Alexa, you're surprising everyone. What's the secret?" I look at him, sweaty and bruised. "It's no secret," I say. "Just don't give up." He smiles and I head back to the corner where Manny hands me a towel. "You're making history," he says. As I prepare for the next round, I feel the weight of the crowd. They're not just spectators, they're my strength. I think about my mother, how she taught me never to lower my head. "You're a warrior," she said. And now I believe. The fifth round begins with a tense silence. Camila is furious, her punches heavier, more desperate. She hits my face and the world turns. I fall to the ground, the impact reverberating in my bones. The crowd holds its breath, and for a second, the fear comes back with a vengeance. "Get up, Alexa." Manny screams, his voice cutting through the roar. I stand up, legs shaking, blood dripping from the corner of my mouth. Camila smiles, thinking she won. "It's over, Ramirez," she says. But she doesn't know who I am. I think of my mother, the nights I survived, the scars I carry. I raise my fists and fear recedes. I hit her in the face and the sound of the impact is like thunder. She staggers and I advance, each punch a promise. "That's for me," I think as I land another blow. The crowd is ecstatic and I feel their energy carrying me. The bell rings but I can't stop looking at her. In the corner, Manny hugs me. "You're back, girl," he says, his eyes twinkling. I wipe the blood from my face, feeling the pain but also the strength. "I've never left," I reply, and he laughs. The next round is the last. And I know what I need to do. As I walk back, I see the little boy's sash again. Team Alexa. I smile and something inside me lights up. It's not just about winning. It's about proving that I can. The 6th round is the end of the line. The gym is a volcano, the voices of the crowd blending into a deafening roar. Camila is exhausted, but her eyes still burn. You're not going to knock me down, she growls, but her voice trembles. I don't answer. My fists speak for me, moving forward faster than ever. My punches are precise, each carrying years of pain and struggle. I hit an uppercut and Camila falls against the ropes. The crowd explodes and I feel the ground shake. Finish this, Alexa. Manny screams and I know it is now. But Camila does not give up. It hits a desperate hook and the impact makes me retreat. My face burns and the world becomes blurry. For a second I think about giving up. But then I see my mother's picture in my mind's eye, her firm smile. You're stronger, she says. And I believe it. I hit a final right and Camila falls. The judge begins to count and the gym holds its breath. 8, 9, 10. She doesn't get up. The crowd bursts and I stand there, panting, my gloves still up. 1. Not only her but fear, the past, everything. Manny jumps into the ring, hugging me so tight I barely breathe. You did, Alexa. You did. He's crying and so am I. The gym is a sea of screams and I'm the center of it. But it is not the end. Not yet. The crowd still screams my name as I walk out of the ring, body aching but heart light. Backstage, reporters surround me, microphones in my face. Alexa, how do you feel? One of them asks. I look at the camera, sweat dripping from my chin. Hurrah, I say and they laugh, but it's the truth. Manny takes me to the locker room where I sit, still shivering with adrenaline. He hands me a bottle of water, his eyes full of pride. You didn't just win the fight, he says. You have overcome yourself. His words hit the nail on the head and I lower my head, feeling the tears come. But then a man walks into the locker room. He is tall, with deep wrinkles and a look that paralyzes me. My father. My heart freezes and the air disappears. Alexa, he says, his voice low, almost broken. I saw the fight. He takes a step and I step back, the scars on my arm burning like new. You have nothing to say to me, I cut off, my voice sharp. He stops, his eyes downcast. I messed up, daughter, he mutters. But today, you made me proud. His words are a punch I didn't expect. Part of me wants to scream, send him away. But another part, small and fragile, wants to believe. I stand up, staring at him. It doesn't erase the past, I say, my voice trembling. He nods without argument. I know, he replies and leaves, leaving a void that I don't know how to fill. Manny puts his hand on my shoulder. You decide what comes next, he says. And he is right. Back in the gym, I get in the ring to receive the belt. The lights shine, the crowd roars, and the weight of the gold on my waist is real. But it's not the belt that matters. That's what he stands for. I look out over the crowd, see the little boy in the Team Alexa t-shirt and smile. That's for you, I think. Backstage, I hug Manny and he lifts me off the floor, laughing like a child. You're a champion, Alexa, he shouts, and I laugh, feeling the tears come again. But now they are tears of relief, of victory. I think about my mother, what she would say. You found who you are, she would whisper. Later, in my apartment, I sit on the porch, the belt next to me. The Miami sea sparkles under the moon and I think of my father. His words still echo, but they don't define me. I define myself. I take the diary and write, I won. Not only in the ring but in life. As the sun rises, I pick up my cell phone and see messages from friends, fans, strangers. One of them is from the little boy in the t-shirt. You're my hero, Alexa. I smile, feeling the warmth in my chest. The fear is not gone, it may never go. But now I know, he doesn't boss me around. I'm Alexa Ramirez, champion. And that's the biggest twist of all, discovering that my biggest struggle has always been with myself. And I won.